In this assignment, we are going to talk about the Polyface company. Polyface Farm is an economically and environmentally sustainable farm located in Virginia and owned by Joel Salatin. The farm uses unconventional methods with the purpose of emotionally, economically, and environmentally enhancing agriculture. Joel's approach to the farm is recognize the animals' natural inclinations and their physiological distinctiveness. He supports this approach by using techniques of careful schemes, all natural composting and mineralization. Joel Salatin took the farm in 1982 from his parents, and since that date, he has the goal to turn the farm into a profitable enterprise. We built a brand more ecological and natural, and the results are noticed. Polyface is experiencing a growth rate that never would be anticipated. Nowadays, Joel needs to decide, should he make the farm bigger? By doing this, will the farm offer the same products with the same quality? What are the benefits and the disadvantages?
The business model is made of several factors. Acreage. The acreage of the farm is made of 100 acres of pasture land and 450 acres of woodland. Sales. Polyface do their sales through three different channels. On the farm directly to customers, which makes about 25% of the goods sold, through the Metropolitan Buying Club, resulting in 45% of the sales, and the other 30% to restaurants and other food service establishments. Employees. Polyface has a relatively low workforce, having only 6 employees, 3 of them from the family and 3 others from outside. Production model. Polyface is a small-scale farming that operates with selective breeding techniques, which leads to efficiency benefit because of the industry automated equipment. Differentiation. Polyface has a leverage with their design because of the nature shows that is the most effective way to farm. The eggs produced by Polyface have more vitamin B12, 30% less cholesterol, 60% more vitamin A, 25% less saturated fat, 300% more vitamin E, 700% more carotene when compared with factory produced eggs. In Polyface, a pattern for grazing of pastures for different animals was followed which supported more number of cows that an industrial competitor could support by allowing the cows to graze freely. Using this type of management, Polyface was also able to retain the nutrient content of the soil as compared to industrial farms. Productivity. The productivity of Polyface is high as the profit margin calculated for it is high. This gives Polyface a good scope of expansion, taking into account that economies of scale are constant. However, there are some aspects that could be changed, as some products are much more profitable than others, such as eggs, chickens, and rabbits.
The next point is the economies of scale and scope. Economies of scope refers to the advantage when a proportionate saving is achieved by producing two or more distinct goods or services, when the cost incurred in doing so is less compared to when producing each separately. It is an outcome of related diversification strategy which is made operational when a firm builds upon or extends existing capabilities, resources, or areas of expertise for greater competitiveness. Polyface has been using all the natural resources, starting from the orchestrated grazing pattern to waste management system. Polyface has achieved a great recognition for its work and due to which it is facing a demand which was not anticipated. While dealing with the economies of scale, Polyface should increase the production in order to nurture the demand of the market without compromising on the policy it had been following. There is need to maintain a balance between the sustainable farming and the increasing demand of the consumers. The growing economy scale of operations will demand for increased economic efficiency while working on the integrated structure. As Polyface has developed a local food distribution system with the help of Metropolitan Buying Club, it can create efficiency and economies of scale in local food market by developing an interface of online marketing with community-based interaction. Some of the challenges Polyface firm might face in quest of expansion of economies of scope and economies of scale are 1. the new market needs which can be addressed with the existing product service. 2. Possibility of new products. 3. Increasing channel of sales and also scope of optimizing price. And 4. Scope and need for expansion of the existing land area for increasing the production.
Now we're going to talk about the supply chain. With increase of regulation, the large and small supply chain are forced to face great constraints. The excessive increase in production has led to an increase in animal disease. Large supply chains, in order to meet these standards, inject animals with all kinds of medication, and Polyface is able to address this problem naturally and sustainably. However, this attitude has a cost. While large companies are able to combat animal problems using medication, Polyface naturally confronts disease. The cows in the large supply chain are fed with corn, but they naturally do not eat it by developing diseases. Whose diseases are treated with medication. In Polyface, as you know, they only feed with fresh grass, so the cows do not get sick. In large supply chains, chickens are soon injected with antibiotics and other types of medication because of the confined environment they are subjected. In Polyface provides abroad and outdoor poultry. The big difference between egg-laying hens from the industrial food supply chain and the Polyface farm is the space that they have. On the industrial way, egg-laying chickens are put in small compartments with the only purpose of getting eggs of them. Due to this restriction of the cage, the birds became aggressive, leading to behaviors such as feather pecking and cannibalization. At the Polyface, the egg-laying hens are in egg mobile. This compartment moves from the different paddock always in 3 days distance, with the purpose to get the birds fresh grass and new habitat. The chickens aren't stuck in small compartments and they only get the egg mobile with the purpose of put eggs. Egg-laying hens are more productive since they are their natural habitat. On the winter, the birds are keeping in open house.
We decided to use the SWOT to analyze the strengths and weaknesses that this particular farm has and to see the opportunities and threats that they face. The strengths. They refer to the farm's capabilities to develop and sustain competitive advantage on the market. So, the farm's strengths are extensive geographic presence. Farm Polyface has extensive dealer network that only help in delivering efficient service to the customers but also help in management competitive challenge. Market leadership position. It has helped the company to quickly scale the new products succeed. Strong skill development of the employees. Human resources are a very important part for the success of Farm Polyface. Strong brand recognition that allows premium in all the products. The weaknesses. They refer to the negative factors that can decrease our strengths. They are capabilities that the Polyface might need to improve, but in the present they don't own them. High cost to replace employees that are already experts. Replacing employees that are responsible for the farm knowledge will be extremely difficult and expensive. Declining market. The industry in which the farm is inserted is growing faster than the company. The business model that the farm is using can be easily copied by the opponents. Low investments into customer orientation service. The lack of service oriented to the customers can lead to the competition adventures in the future. Opportunities. They refer to the external factors in the farm business environment that are likely to contribute to their success. Improvement technology, innovations. The new advances allow suppliers to manufacture vast array of products and services. Higher end products. The firm can enjoy the strong brand recognition in the premium segment to provide the customers an excellent experience when they taste the quality of its products. Increasing online service, possibility of increasing incomes, and local partnerships. Threats. Threats are external factors that can be potential dangers to the firm. Threats can be managed but not controlled. Competitive pressures. This company can't respond quickly enough to the needs of the niche markets. Trade relations between USA and China. The relations that we are referring to can affect the growth plans. Competitors. Even though at the present the farm Polyface is still leader in the product innovation, their opponents can easily catching up with the product development.
Now we are going to talk about the options of the farm. With this graphic, we can see that biomarket, food and agriculture will grow from the next 5 years. So the farm has a huge opportunity at this moment. We believe that the farm should have a proper utilization of the existing research. For example, 125 cows requires 62.5% of the land. We can accommodate 75 more cows in 100 acres of land. We also believe that the farm should invest in new lands, increase staff, and make their company bigger, maintain the same freshness and quality in their products. Polyface Farm should identify farms using similar policies as them. They should encourage interns to buy land of farming and provide them end-to-end research on contract basics, and with increased interns and number of cows from the Polyface setting up own process until near major channels will decrease the transport costs and the meat will be freshly delivered. To fight the cost, we believe that the company should raise the selling price of their products. People are willing to pay more for the products with high quality, products that are naturally made. For this to work, people need to know that mission of Polyface Farm is produce 100% natural products. Only at this way, the company will gain some new clients and maintain the oldest ones. We also believe that the company should get more partnerships with new restaurants because it is a good way of doing marketing to the company, and it is a possible way for getting new buyers of their products. Lastly, we think that the farm should provide specific hours and specific dates for the paid hours in the farm.